After the NBA draft Thursday night, Bulls titular general manager Gar Forman described the team's first-round draft picks, Wendell Carter Jr. and Chandler Hutchison, as "our kind of guys," which has translated to "not good enough to win a title." Those players for whom the Bulls tanked an entire season were introduced Monday at a news conference, and I remain underwhelmed. Not by the draftees' personalities or stories. They seem interesting enough. It's just that I'm not sure I understand the plan, beyond collecting young talent unless you can trade it for $3.5 million, or why Bulls fans should be encouraged. Bulls hoops honcho John Paxson has said he never wants to endure another season based on tanking, although he didn't say tanking because he couldn't say tanking without risking a fine. But it was all about tanking to get a high lottery pick, which they didn't get, so now what? If one expectation involves avoiding another ride on the lottery merry-go-round, then we're talking about raising the team into basketball hell, something like an 8th seed that makes the playoffs just long enough to take a selfie and then goes into the draft with even less star power from which to choose. That's where I'm confused. That's where I'm having trouble sharing a championship vision. I could be missing something here, but transcendent, championship stars rarely are found outside the lottery, heck, outside the top 3, so cobbling together another try-hard Bulls team to fall further from the fertile drafting ground that produces transcendent, championship stars seems counterproductive. The Bulls fell to 7th this year, far enough to prove the point while trying to talk up their pick. Paxson said Carter didn't get to show his game in college because Marvin Bagley III landed late at Duke. Otherwise, Paxson said, a lot of their offense would have run through Wendell this year had Marvin not gone there. The young man sacrificed a lot to be a good teammate. A lot of that speaks to who he is. Yes, a good teammate, but here's the thing, if Carter were the better player, then Bagley would have sacrificed for him. If Carter were better, then he would have gone 2nd overall. In the meantime, being a good teammate isn't Carter's best trait. Being 19 is. That gives him time to grow into an NBA player, which would fit the time schedule of another tank job, which doesn't sound like the plan. I could be wrong about next season. Carter might surprise the Bulls wonks more than they admitted Markkanen did last season, and Markkanen suddenly could become mid-career Dirk Nowitzki, and Zach LaVine could be unleashed, and the ball never touches the ground and the Flying Hoibergs dazzle the Eastern Conference. But I don't think so. And that's the good news. Stevie Sunshine thinks that no matter the stated twin expectations of player growth and winning, the Bulls still will be bad enough to land another lottery pick next year, no matter how much they say they aren't shooting for that. Wait, maybe that's the plan, because the Bulls couldn't win a title when they were trying to and couldn't land a top 3 pick when they were trying to. Perhaps the idea is to try to win in hopes of losing enough to pick near the top of the draft. Kind of reverse psychology. It has to work better than whatever else they've tried.